and good evening. My name is Debra Stark, and today I'd like to tell you about Magic the Gathering. As I sit here tonight holding this playing card in my hand, I am amazed at how something so small can have such a profound impact on the world. One idea can change a person's life for the better. Richard Garfield started the game of Magic the Gathering in 1993 from his dorm room. What started out in a dorm room has become a worldwide sensation. After beginning to play Magic the Gathering with my husband, I taught myself how to play and started researching. I became very interested in the game. Today I would like to inform you on the benefits of playing Magic the Gathering, some of the skills we can learn, critical thinking, math, social skills, and life skills, such as responsibility. Let's get started with the basics of the game. Magic is based around 5 different colors. Each color corresponds with a land. The lands produce what is called mana. Mana is a type of magic that allows you to pay for a spell when you want to play it. The 5 colors in Magic are red, blue, green, black, and white. Red corresponds with mountains, black corresponds with swamps, green corresponds with forests, white corresponds with plains, and blue corresponds with an island. There is also uncolored land that can be used for uncolored mana. When you want to play a spell, you find the corresponding mana that you need, shown on the symbol on the top of a card when you're playing. You tap that card, which simply means turning it up from upright to sideways. That shows that you're using it to cast a spell. There are several different types of spells that can be cast when you're playing Magic the Gathering. There are 2 types of spells that you can play at any point in time during the game. Those are instants and cards with flash. Every other type of card you can only play during your turn. Those involve creatures, enchantments, sorceries, planeswalkers, artifacts, just to name a few. Each card is different and unique. Magic the Gathering can be played by 2 or more players. Each player has their own deck, library, life total, battlefield, and graveyard. Decks are made up from pools of cards. These pools of cards can come from over 84 expansions. The different formats that you can play depend on how many cards you're going to have in your deck. You can play Standard, EDH or Commander, Legacy, Modern, or Draft. Now that we know the basics of the cards, let's go through a typical turn. There are 5 phases in the turn. The beginning phase allows you to untap your cards, which means turning it from sideways to upright, that you used during your last turn. They allow you to use any abilities that trigger at the beginning of your turn, and it also allows you to draw a fresh card from the top of your library to use during your turn. During your main phase, you may play a land card. After you play a land card, you can cast spells from your hand, as long as you have enough mana to use them. After your main phase, you can do combat with another player. This simply means taking a creature card and telling which player you would like that you're going to attack them with that creature. To attack, you simply take a card from upright and turn it sideways. Then that player can decide to block your creatures. If they decide to block your creatures, then we go on to damage. And damage resolves. Their creatures either die, live, or they take the damage directly. After combat comes another main phase, where you can play another land card if you haven't already done so. After you do that, you can play any other spells that you wish to play during your turn. Once you're done casting all spells that you think you want to play during your turn, you have your end step. Some cards have triggers that allow you to do extra things at the end of your turn. Once you're done with all of these triggers, play passes to the next player. Now that we've covered the basics of playing the game, let's see the benefits of playing the game. So what can we learn from playing Magic? Magic involves building decks of various sizes, colors, and strategies. In over 84 expansions of the game, there are 12,000 unique cards. Some of the thinking skills it takes to play Magic the Gathering involve critical thinking, problem solving, and math skills. Critical thinking can be just devising a plan, how you want to play your deck and how you want to play your cards. Problem solving can evolve from what do I do in a moment's notice. If I play this card, will I lose the game? Math skills can be used in their basic form, counting 1 to 100 to make sure you have the right amount of cards. It can also be used in a more complex form. What's my ratio of land cards to creature cards? What will happen if I draw this card next? What's the probability of getting a card? Social skills can be learned while you're playing Magic as well. Communication, verbal and nonverbal. Verbal communication skills can be learned in just talking to new people, playing against people. Sometimes tensions run high during a game if you're losing or you're frustrated. Our verbal communication skills can be used here and improved. We can also learn to read people's body language. If someone's frustrated, they make a certain face, and we learn to read that as they're frustrated. When someone's happy, they make a certain face. When we can see what happens after they make that face, we can better see what the outcome of the body language is. One thing that I have observed since beginning to play Magic myself is the responsibility it takes to play. You have financial responsibility and responsibility to respect other people's property and responsibility to take responsibility for your own choices that you make during the game. Since you and you alone are responsible for how you play your game, then you and you alone are the only person at fault if you make a mistake. As we have seen today, one small idea can make a profound impact on the world. While Magic is only a simple game, it brings people from all walks of life together. It started out small and grew to something large. Sometimes what seems useless can actually become a very great thing. And while maybe it is only a simple card game, maybe we could all use a little more magic in our lives.